Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman I'm about to introduce you via Skype is Charles Paul, kind of like Ron Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm really, really well, and great to be able to talk to you. Hey, Mr. Paul, tell my viewers about your dating organization based in San Francisco.
So the organization that I represent is New Dating Life, which is a dating service company for both single men and women, and it's located in San Francisco, although our services actually serve Los Angeles and New York.
And off camera, we were talking, and you said that you started it by, I think you broke up with your girlfriend or something like that. It was really intriguing explanation. How did you come to start this unique and actually really quite needed service, you know?
Well, in the past, as you were referring to, I broke up with a girlfriend that I had for a couple of years. I was thinking about getting married. What I found is that we weren't actually the right fit. The chemistry was there, but as the relationship went on, it fizzled out. So what I kind of stumbled upon this because many of my friends were actually in the dating scene at the time, but they were very unsuccessful with women. So what I wanted to see is whether or not there was a strong correlation between using a sales foundation with dating. So because of my past experience with many different Fortune 500 companies, I actually used my training, my sales training knowledge to help my friends get dates and also myself.
What?
And that's how I stumbled upon the business.
I got to ask you this question because what does it say about dating in San Francisco and the Bay Area in the 21st century that people have to come to you, no offense, to get coached, whereas in the old days, my old man would say, "What's wrong with you? You can't go out and get a girlfriend?" You know.
Well, I mean, I think it's fundamentally what's happened to our society. I think there's been a cultural shift. I mean, when I grew up, many people were playing video games, and technology was expanding every couple of years. So many people have been accustomed to going online and adding Facebook friends and really having an online persona instead of having a real-life social persona. It's very easy for people to hide behind a computer and carry on conversations and feel no sense of rejection. But when you're out in the public, you put your emotions and your feelings on the line, and many people are scared of that. That's why they come to me. I show them how to conduct themselves socially, but be able to be confident and hold a conversation and get what they're looking for and what they desire in life.
You also said that you coach women as well as men. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, so originally when I started filming, I wanted to see whether or not I could prove if a sales foundation transcends race, gender, no matter what. So I started taking a couple women into the organization and seeing whether or not my philosophy would work and test out the theories while all captured on film. So I actually took several women in San Francisco. We videotaped them from the very beginning, from being single all the way to the very end. And what I found is that the philosophies and theories work with them. One particular individual that I helped out, she started at the very beginning being, she was extremely single. She wanted to be accompanied by men, but she didn't know how to go about it. She was looking for a particular type of individual. So through, sharing several of the sales foundation secrets, I was able to get her from being single all the way to the point of documenting from the first date to all the way up to the engagement. So it was a very long process. It was drawn out, but it's amazing that these things can happen with a little bit of time and a little bit of effort.
Do you find that part of the problem is that people want to be hooked up, in some cases, I'm used to interracial dating, by race?
I think some people look for their particular race and they want to date outside. And in the San Francisco area, I think interracial dating is more commonplace along the coastal states. It seems much more common. I think people are a little bit more open-minded. But it's not to say that people should be more focused on the personality of the individual and get to know them rather than the outside. I mean, the outside looks, those only last for so long, but you really need to get to know that person as a whole and then see where the relationship will go from there.
Hey, say, Charles, I've got to ask you, I mean, you look like you take care of yourself, you work out. I do too. But what do you do when you get a guy that's, well, frankly, schlubby? You know, he's got a day-old growth of beard, maybe a week or whatever, and he looks like he stepped out of a mud wrestling contest.
Well, you make a great point. There's, I think most people judge each other based on the first impression. So, does it sound all right? Or?
Yeah. You're just fine. Yeah, and I can edit some things around, so no worries.
Okay. So these days, many people judge each other on their first impression. So it's extremely important when somebody presents themselves to be clean shaven to actually present themselves in the best light. So wearing clothes that fit them best. To actually, if they are overweight, to work out, just present themselves in the best light so the other person knows that they're bringing their A game together. Most people these days, and let's say you put somebody who's overweight versus somebody that is more attractive or looking, but that good-looking person doesn't have the same social confidence as somebody that's overweight. More often than not, the woman is built for the person that can socialize with her. So what I specialize in is building a foundation of communication for people to get across their points, their ideas, and their personality, so the other person gets to know them, get an opportunity to get to them, so they can go on a date and meet them and see what happens. But most women are not so concerned about a little bit of extra weight, more concerned about the personality of that person.
What about what your organization, how does your organization take care of, let's say, a person that is really shy? I have a friend who's just gone through a divorce, and we went out to a couple of places, and the guy just didn't know how to talk to anybody, and it was really hard to hang out with him because he actually was like a ball in a chain, you know what I mean? How do you handle a person that's been married for 20, 25 years, you know?
Well, I think when somebody goes through something that's that traumatic and when somebody so long that kind of lost the basic skills of community. And what we do is we take a step-by-step approach, make it very, very basic, and then see how that person responds to each activity that we put in place. But in order to facilitate, getting back in the dating life, you slowly start with little baby steps, and then as somebody improves, they escalate into more and more advanced techniques. But a lot of it is getting yourself out there and seeing exactly what their ability is, and it's based on the person, because everyone's very individual and very unique, taking the steps to get them to the direction of where they want to be.
I was talking about the Bay Area, but this is seen, well, all around the world, really. Do you find that the relations between men and women vary by region in America? Or I know that some women go to Italy because they want to meet, quote, an Italian guy, but they don't mind if Italian guys talk to them. Well, I mean, give us a picture of what's going on from your perspective.
Well, in the San Francisco Bay Area, I think that there's a lot of interracial dating. I think that there's a lot of mixing and matching between all different types of makes, races, and it's very open. I mean, throughout the world, if you really look at it, it's been a melting pot. I mean, America especially is a melting pot of so many different races and makes. We have all different types of interracial babies. So as I see in the future in the world, I see more and more of it, more different cultures and religions and people coming together rather than in the past where it seemed a little more divided and a little bit more separatist. But I definitely see more and more people coming together.
Well said. Hey, give my viewers your spiel, because what I want to do is, right now I'm in Georgia, as my regular viewers know. It's a sunny day out there. You're in San Francisco, but I also live in the Bay Area. Next time I'd like to meet with you and go around the Bay Area. But give my viewers your spiel. Why should they call and use your service, and how can they contact you? And I love your video, by the way.
Thank you. If you're looking for a new dating life, if you're not satisfied with the current dating life or the current situation that you're in, or you need some spice in your relationship, I specialize in sex, dating, and relationship advice. And what I can do is I can take your relationship to the next level, or if you're looking to date and meet individuals in real life situations, that's what I specialize in. The sales techniques and the foundation of social confidence have been proven and demonstrated through a video which has never been done before, and also it's a guarantee. If if I'm not able to help you, or if you don't see the results that you want, then no money is exchanged. So utilize the service. Visit New Dating Life. You can also phone me, which is on my website. It's newdatinglife.com. Also, there's videos up there for you to see that brings a single gentleman, which had no, basically, any type of dates with any type of women, and then at the very end of the film, he's actually dating several different women. So it really depends on what your goals are, but we specialize in catering to the individual and then finding out what the goals are and reaching those by the time you're finished.
So so tell my viewers about your website. What's the, it's newdatinglife.com, right?
That's correct.
All right. And,
so newdatinglife.com. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and, I really thank you for your time, but this is not the last time we're going to do this. Next time I want to do this off Skype in person.
Yeah, I think in person we should have a very interesting conversation, so I think we'll both enjoy that.
You got it. And thanks for your time. And there's, for the viewers who've seen this by now, you can see a link to his video right here in the annotation. So check it out, newdatinglife.com. And again, Charles Paul, thanks a lot.
Thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you in San Francisco.
You got it. You got it.